First, let's define the package. Let's just define it as a main package and then import the important packages that we will need, such as encoding JSON, FMT, log, and HTTP. And let's define our structure of data. For this example, we're going to have a food data structure and define the type of this data. Next, we're gonna save our data as a static array. For this example, let's have only 3 of our data. Now we create a getFoods function to handle our getAllFoods endpoint. Let's use the parameter of HTTP response writer and the HTTP request, and let's encode our array to JSON and write it in the response writer. And we're going to have a homepage function for the default endpoint. Next, we create the handle request to handle our request in the port. First, we handle the function of the default page and direct it to home page and have an endpoint of foods and direct it to get foods. For now, we only have those 2 examples, and then printing it to see the status in the terminal, and then catch the error and log the error, and create a main function to call the handle request function. So that's all the needed simple REST API for our demo. Let's test the connectivity and the successful of our application. Just go through the localhost 8080 and see the result. Now let's build a Docker file. First, define the image that needed for our app to run in, and then specify the working directory for our application and copy our needed files to that working directory. So because we only have a single file, just copy our main.go and expose it as a documentation, and then specify the command run for our application. Let's build our Docker image, give it a name, and specify the folder that Docker file is located. And then let's run our application in the container by using this command. Specify the port that we need to expose our application so it can be tested locally, and specify the image name. Success. So let's try to test it with curl.